Hello, beautiful person watching this. I am so happy that you're here. Welcome back to another Slay the Spire Ascension 20 Defect run. On this channel, I upload my recorded wins with some commentary and general discussion about this beautiful game that we play. So quickly, I see an early chop there. Take the gold for the damage. And I'm going to be taking the decent attack and block commons on these first few floors. But quickly, I'd like to discuss an experience I've had. I didn't upload a run yesterday, and of course I miss days sometimes, but the reason I didn't yesterday is because I played all night and didn't win once, because I was only playing the Defect, which is definitely my worst character. And it's a very humbling experience, being somebody who can win on Ascension 20 pretty regularly. I'm not sure I'm quite favored yet as the other characters, but definitely can reasonably expect to win a run, and as myself in the current year. But the Defect is so hard, and I realize I just don't have a feel for it. I don't really know what I'm looking for, I suppose, other than just I know what the good cards are, but I have a better feel for when to take cards that aren't those cards as the other characters. For example, I can still win with Ironclad if I don't find Dark Embrace, Feel No Pain. I can still win a Silent if I don't find Catalyst and good poison stuff. But yet the Defect, I just have such a hard time. So revelations I've had recently are the early block stuff is so important. Silent has pretty good block built in, Ironclad heals and goes face, and Watcher just has busted attacks and Wrath. And so therefore, Defect uniquely really needs those early block cards. Quickly here. Glacier Defrag Waffle looks great. The Waffle being unusually useful this early because I took the 18 damage. So that actually heals me for 34, which is a lot. And so I think if I take Defrag, buy a second Glacier now, and buy this Waffle as well to go to 78 health, how do I ever lose? And so I do that. But the thing about this is that I think the biggest level up for me in general was when I learned how aggressively to take damage in early Act 1 in order to kill Gremlin Knob and the other elites reliably. And Defect sort of has to get creative with this, because you can't just do that or your deck sucks too much. And yeah, so basically you have to find some other solution to Gremlin Knob, just kind of hobble your way through, find some sort of healing, find some sort of potions that let you get through Gremlin Knob without making your deck terrible. And you want to find these good block cards and then kind of scale as Defect does. And this change in perspective has been very hard for me because I pretty aggressively, go the damage route in the other characters. But for the same reasons as before, it's just not quite working out for me. And I either make my deck too bad to win the run, or I just kind of die in Act 1 because my deck sucks also. And yeah, no, not enough block, in other words. Short of lethal there, but getting through Gremlin Knob using the Essence of Darkness we found, that's a very good potion. And we did find a Strawberry for 7 max health as well. And we're offered a third Glacier, so that's 3 floors, 3 Glaciers. Not including the rest site, of course. And I'm thinking about, is that too many Glacier? But with a Defrag Plus already, I'm down to Glacier. So that's a very beautiful triple Glacier there. We are stopping global warming single-handedly here. And really nice relic there. That's a Mercury Hourglass, which will deal 3 damage to all enemies at the start of each of our turns. And so when we're kind of tanking up like this, any sort of incidental damage is very welcome. And we do indeed love the Hourglass here. It's a solid relic anyway, but unusually very good here, I would say. And Lagavulin, definitely what we were looking for here, but of course Sentries would have been free as well, because Gremlin Knob is already dead. And I am planning on going to a Super Elite after this, which could once again be Gremlin Knob, so I have to make sure we hang on to the Strength Potion. We don't die to him. Round 2. Looking like it's going to be a 0 damage Lagavulin, as to be expected. Find an Omamori, preventing the next 2 curses that we obtain, and a Doom and Gloom was there. That's some great damage. Sadly, get a shop here. Weren't interested in that, and membership card has to go. And then we get a Serpent with Omamori. So that's some unfortunate order there, I have to say, but it happens. And we do get Gremlin Knob again. It's this time metallicized. Gonna be a little bit tougher. But better than max health, probably. The thing about Gremlin Knob is that specifically max health is the one that matters, which actually makes him the best super elite, usually. If you hit exactly max health Gremlin Knob, you can be in some big trouble, but the other 3 don't actually really do much, especially the strength. It's pretty much just one more Gremlin Knob. But you're planning on killing Gremlin Knob on turn 3 or 4 at the latest usually, so those other effects don't matter nearly as much as max health does. And another defrag is here. Wow, what a start. So we made it through 2 Gremlin Knobs while also adding 2 defrags and 3 glaciers to our deck, so that's very good. If we take in some trash to try to kill him easier, then may have gotten through with more health here, but our deck would be bad afterwards. You only need just enough to kill Gremlin Knob, and no more. It's hard to tell exactly what that is. And I see I like almost no damage. Rebound is here. Turbo's a bit early. Upgrade the defrag, of course. Into Hexaghost. So definitely happy we found this Dark Orb. Going to be using that to kill the Hexaghost. Probably would have not played Zap in hindsight on the turn prior to that. And here, if I make a Dark Orb or a Lightning Orb, I'll have less Frost Orb. So I choose to pass on that as well. I'm interested in making 2 more Frost Orbs, putting the Dark Orb at the front, and therefore blocking for enough, and then killing with Dark Orb eventually. Can't block, but it doesn't matter because Frost Orbs block. And ouch, but there's dual cast. So, totally fine. And with 2 defrags, even a multicast on a Frost Orb might be pretty good, but also we have a Dark Orb for it. And the other 2 weren't that great. And Curse Key with Omamori seems pretty good. We only have 1 charge left, of course. The Serpent scammed us. But that's fine. And 347 gold. Definitely interested in that early shop there. And look at me marking the path. Oh my god. Please clap. Only a little bit. That was for myself, I think. Chosen could be a bit spooky, of course, but with a good amount of focus and Frost Orbs, you can even block on the rough turns. I wanted the Dark Orb here. I think in hindsight I would just play Glacier. I don't need the Dark Orb per se. Yeah, this ended up being not great. Took 9 for no reason. Just play the Glacier and no need to make the Dark Orb. So pretty silly. Also should just multicast here. I would always win. But I don't. I thought I was full blocking. I did math wrong. It was 1 short. Took 1 for no reason also. A very, very poorly played fight. Whoops. And with 4 energy and not much damage, just 3 glaciers and 2 defrags, could take a Sweeping Beam. I'm definitely thinking about it. I do in fact take it. Could be wrong. I have no idea about that sort of situation. Where it's like just an attack common, but it draws you a card and does area damage. I don't think it's that good of a card, generally speaking. And take a Ritual Dagger. That's some good damage, and also scales. So hoping to kind of tank up with the Glacier, get it low enough to Ritual Dagger, and then eventually we'll have a nice, strong sort of attack that we can play whenever we want. And high enough health and a regen potion that I could comfortably click on it. That's 12 block, plus 9 block is 1 short. Very sad. But what can you do? Defrag Glacier bottom 2, that's a bit tough. There definitely were some fights here where I had, I think, specifically this Book of Stabbing, I remember, getting a little bit tilted because I couldn't find my block cards against that and took way more damage than I should have, I think, on average. So look forward to that. Because at this point, I'm thinking there's no way I should lose. That's definitely what I was thinking. Have enough block, double defrag plus, just play the game correctly-ish, and you'll win. And also found a Runic Capacitor, so we will now start each combat with 3 extra orb slots, going very well with our focus that we have already. So my god, that's insane. And I get to card move strike as well. The basics in our deck are a huge bummer for sure. Definitely want all of those gone. Defend even sucks now. 3 copies of Glacier and 2 defrag. If I could just delete all of them right now, the deck would become a billion times better. I did take a white noise also. It's unusual for me, but just a 1 cost power sounds pretty good. I'm considering creative AI right now. Thinking, A, do I need that? B, can I get away with that? I think the answer to both questions was no, though. Maybe yes to the getting away with it thing, but no to the needing it thing, for sure. And these guys are spooky. These guys require you to be pretty quick. The Mercury Hourglass was very nice here, but you do want to kill them pretty quickly. Greedy did not play Ritual Dagger there, I'll say. Probably not going to be able to get that off, even if I can live long enough to play it another time. But I'm thinking I can block for so much that doesn't matter. And yeah, I do too much damage just passively with this Lightning Orb and Hourglass. So that was my only shot to draw it. Walking for 74, it's pretty good. And Blizzard is here. 3 Glaciers. 3 Glaciers. And I can also upgrade it because there's a campfire right there and nothing super pressing to upgrade right now. So it all lines up for me to be able to click on Blizzard. Very nice. So gonna be making a lot of Frost Orbs and then using that to kill, you know, Gremlin later, probably. And Reptomancer. So I use Power Potion here. Creative AI versus Loop is a bit interesting. Wasn't sure. Decided to do the scaling. And ouch. So a reminder, we have 3 Glaciers in here. So it was already ridiculous to not have one by now at this turn, I think. But then I also don't draw one on this turn. That's such a disaster. Such a disaster. So this fight is going way worse than expected, I think. And double Glacier bottom 2 also is such a disaster as well. So even this turn is worse than expected, I think. Could have just double Glaciered a lot of the time. Absolutely brutal. And now we're good. But took like 30 something from that. Very sad. And I was already thinking at this point that I might lose now. Definitely very upset about this. Because I was like, this is the run. Like, if I don't win this run, what are we doing here? I have had stronger runs that I've lost, though, for sure. I would consider runs that have Birdface Urn and or Meat on the Bone to be stronger than this, if I just have also good stuff going on. An anchor is really good, get blocking for 10 at the start of each fight, and an echo form, really good. Snake Plane is actually terrifying here, but hit echo form from white noise there. That's really, really good. Occasionally white noise will cook for you, and it's very nice. Should have played Glacier here. That's a mistake. Yep, I realized it like immediately. I was like, oh no, go back. It took 3 more than I should have. Glacier first, then play both defrags would have blocked for a lot. And I am now interested in playing this Ritual Dagger, if I can. Definitely no need to worry now. We are invincible against this enemy. I just wait around to draw the dagger. And Capacitor is also here. It's really not that good here. I considered skipping it, to be honest, because it's slow, and we already have the Capacitor Relic. Do we need 8 orb slots? And of course I take that because I have Omamori. And I actually skip the Elite, go for the rest, because that Book of Stabbing fight went so badly that I'm just... We're already ahead of schedule on powder, I would say. Just survive. No need to walk into Slavers with 18 health and die. That is the thing that I love doing in this game, is just walking into Act 2 Elites when I have no business ever doing so, and dying. Yet again, Glacier being at the very bottom there, costing me some health. I proc the Dark Orb there, evoke the Dark Orb rather, in order to get one low enough to Ritual Dagger. Blizzard before Glacier because it doubles. And Barrage Plus is here. Have Capacitor and the Capacitor Relic. That's a lot of damage. And card moves really, really good. My god, is that good. I was feeling better about that card move than I do on average as the Watcher. Can't really explain why. But it was just... Every single basic gun here feels absolutely massive. Managing to full block here is really, really nice as well. And now Sentry won't hit us this time, so it's basically the same amount of damage. That's a bit of an oof turn. And choosing not to play the Echo form here, actually. Which totally reasonable. And get that buffer. Full block yet again, and then once I play Defrag and one more Glacier, I'll be invincible against Spheric Guardian as well. Defect's really broken thing is that you can literally become invincible without even needing any further inputs because of the Frost Orbs. So if you can reach that point, you're looking good. It's also dead. Any of those, it seems. And Gremlin Leader's here, that's really good. Much better than Slavers, to be sure. We're going to pretty quickly get Blizzard to a point where it's killing the minions by itself. And we have a barrage to, you know, just boink one of them. And we're pretty much invincible also. And we also have the Hourglass. So we are very well positioned to kill this enemy. I could take 2 to play that Echo form, but I decide I don't even need it. We're so strong. Glacier kills the left one sometimes, it sure does. And now we're really, really good. Don't even have to play Sweeping Beam because I might draw a card I don't want. I mean, a card that I want next turn. And so even though this looks a bit sus because we're leaving them alive, they're getting hit by a fat gremlin. We have too much block. Doesn't matter. Good zap. Yep. Zap actually hit the fat girl in there. That's really nice. Unnecessary, but very nice. Look at that barrage go. My god. And Toy Ornithopter's here, giving us 5 health whenever we play a power. Or, sorry, what? Whenever we use a potion. Yikes. And self-repair is also here. And self-repair with Echo Form especially is insane. You can put it in play, gain 14 health at the end of combat, or 20 if it's upgraded. And so I'm looking at these upgrades. White Noise is a real upgrade for the 0 energy, but I don't feel like I need more energy here, necessarily, with the Cursed Key. And then Capacitor is not doing a whole lot because we have the Capacitor Relic. If we copy regular Capacitor with Echo Form, we're already maximum orb slots. So I actually upgraded Self-Repair despite the deck being so strong and having enough block, and, you know, not needing it here just because it seems like I will want it in Act 3 to make sure I don't die. Essentially, how do I ever lose if I have an upgraded Self-Repair and an Echo Form, right? That's what I'm thinking. I've reached the point of I should win, and I'm thinking, how do I lose? And trying to avoid those. You can always have a really, really ugly draw and take a lot of damage in one fight, which could just put you a little bit too low for comfort. And so if you can find any way out, that's great. I want you to block for 8 more. Not have played that first, actually. And got my defrag back, so I can play that doubled the next time it comes around. And full blocking already, probably, this double barrage. My god. It's insane. And I'm okay with just playing self-repair for one single time. It's only gonna make like a 2 health difference, I think. Because I heal for 75% of my missing health at the end of the act. 2.5 health, not sure if it rounds up or down. And Bias Cog is here as well. Wow. Definitely taking that. And Pyramid is here as well. Wow. So, pretty good rewards. Pyramid, of course, really good. Lets you keep your cards around for whenever you need them. Definitely gets better and better as we remove more basics. And so here's why Anchor, for example, is really good. Even though it's the least amount of block out of the 3 boat relics, it's on the most important turn, Act 1. I mean, turn 1. And so yeah, if you... I think Horncleave is also really, really good. Captain's Wheel is definitely the worst. And it's not a bad relic by any means, but turn 1 and 2 matter a lot more. There are certain fights Captain's Wheel excels in, like Slime Boss or whatever. But generally speaking, if someone has like a big turn 3 hit, then hopefully you found some other way to avoid this other than Captain's Wheel. Anyway, whereas turn 1 you could just draw horribly and die. So very happy to have that. And I think I made a mistake right there, took more damage than I should have, but found double self-repair. So it didn't matter. Full health. And cool-headed, sure. Makes Frost Orb, draws a card. Darkling's a bit spooky. I've been respecting this fight a lot more lately for whatever reason. I used to feel like this fight was easy or something. Like, never expected to kill your run, but could potentially have awkward turns kind of thing. But I don't know. They hit very hard. I've been scared of these guys lately. They're so cute. And trying to make sure I split them or damage them roughly equally, because if I can't kill all three before one wakes up, then I might accidentally run out of focus because I played Bias Cog. Which would be really awkward. So I actually had to think a little bit about that. Holograms here, it's unupgraded, sadly. Not super interested in that. And Transient is probably the scariest hallway fight here. It requires you to deal damage in order to block, basically. And boy, can we not do that very quickly. So I did play Echo Form on turn 1, which is really helpful. Now I can Ritual Dagger twice. And then do whatever. There's nothing good to play alongside it, though. I mean, there are powers, but those powers are not helping the game plan of attacking and dealing damage to the Transient. And so, gotta figure out a way to get around this. So there's a buffer from White Noise, that's very helpful. And I even have an Echo Form and a Runic Pyramid, so I can just play it next turn twice. But that means I'll be taking some damage here. So take 10. And then had to figure out how do I make sure I double buffer while also not taking ability damage 2 turns from now. Because eventually, you know, the buffer charges will be consumed and it'll be hitting me for like 90. That's very scary. So Glacier this turn, I could even Bias Cog probably. Yep. That's plenty of block. And now I can double self-repair, play my hand, and it's over. And also there's Blizzard and Barrage. So only missing 1 health. Very happy about that. Look at that aggregate plus. My god, it's beautiful. And we're here in a shop. Very, very good choices here. We have card remove and either a Seek or a Data Disc, giving us 1 focus permanently. Data Disc, a premium common relic. Arguably the best common relic in the game, along with Bag of Prep and Preserved Insect if you find it early enough. But here, I thought Seek was so valuable to find this Echo Form. As well as possibly, if I already have good stuff in play, I could find Glacier if I need block, etc, etc. So I decided to take Seek instead. Would have been very happy with Data Disc, but I just thought that deck manipulation mattered more than a little bit more focus, considering how much focus we already have. It's important to know when to pump the brakes. I am definitely still a click every defrag I see kind of person, and it's definitely wrong. Obviously you should err more on the side of taking the defrags, because boy is it good. But there are definitely times where there's another card that is not as good on paper against it, that it's correct in that situation, or maybe you just have too many slow cards. Definitely something I need to be looking out for a bit more. Poor Maw. Can just play Bias Cog. Doubled. Yeah, it's looking pretty dead. It looks scary, right? It's 80 damage, guys. Just wanted to save it for Ritual Dagger. Got to upgrade it. Still interested in charging that up. You get it charged up enough, it can like kill a cultist by itself and woke bird or something. And so yet again, still thinking about, okay, how do I lose? What fights am I bad against? Gotta find a way to kill woke bird. Definitely want a nice area damage thing. We do have the one Blizzard, but could be at the bottom of our deck, so something a little bit more redundant on that could be good. And as well as Reptomancer, same situation. We really, really want, you know, to not take 100 damage on turn 2 against Reptomancer. Hopefully you can find a way around that. And Nemesis will be pretty easy here. We can tank up, and we have Runic Pyramid. So the normal sort of the gimmick that Nemesis has of shuffling in so many burns that your hand is terrible is not as big of a deal here. We can just, if we get a good draw on the off turn, we can just hold it for next turn. Very nice. And Barrage is really... Every run I've been playing lately that wins with Defect has been involving Barrage. That's with some... you know, to some extent. It is a lot of damage. Once again, Ritual Dagger is getting involved. It's beautiful. And find a bird face turn as well. Every time we play a power, we gain 2 health. Boy, is that normally really insane, but we have like self-repair and a really strong deck and 85 health. So it might not be as strong here as it looks, but it's a great relic. Not gonna lie. And I get to upgrade my Seek, so that's really good. Can now put Echo Form and another really good card in my hand. Poor Giant Head, man. What are they doing to him? This Giant Head is in peril. So I can Seek for just 2 really, really good cards. Yep. And I'm going to save the defrag in order to double it with Echo Form. The Glacier, probably mainly to charge the Blizzard. Actually a little bit awkward. Need to block for 4, but our hand is just kind of bad. Interested in finding the Capacitor now, as well as the second defrag. Oh, both bottom 5. Giant Head is still in peril, don't worry. Everything's fine. Second Echo Form. Wow. Poor Giant Head. Now I can just play Defrag Capacitor. Both get doubled. Play Glacier. Now I'm blocking for more than he can ever attack for each turn by pressing end turn each time. So we win! Comparing damage between Barrage. So Barrage is doing 70, and Blizzard was doing 39. That's after playing, like, what, 3-4 copies of Glacier? Kind of proving the point about Blizzard not being exceptional most of the time. But Blizzard hits multiple things. Definitely relevant. I'm still interested in charging Ritual Dagger, because there's no reason not to. You have a slow line that involves taking 0 damage, and you choose not to do it, then you did just make a mistake. That does 80 damage, and it would die to my lightning orbs, so I have to chill here. I'm doing some math. Getting Glacier, which will proc the lightning orbs, and then it should die. Yep. And Preserved Insect is here now that I've killed all the elites. Very nice. It will help against Act 4 elite though, and that's not insignificant at all. Defect struggles a lot. And Buffer's here. Buffer's a good card. Hopefully upgradable as well. But how do we lose? Reptomancer. And Electrodynamics is here. Taking Electrodynamics. I think old me would have snap picked Buffer there, and I'm pretty happy that I, took the Electro instead. Buffer was fine. Probably also wins, but I think given the situation, Electro's more pressing of a pick. Why would we need buffer stacks? We're blocking for 200 a turn. Make way too much energy. This is awkward. Darkling's kind of doing it to me here. But I found secret technique of a colorless potion, which allowed me to do this. I seeked for a Seek Plus, and then I played Seek Plus. That's actually really good. Colorless potion is probably the highest variance. Actually, the Snecko potion, obviously, but other than the weirdo potion, I think it's the highest variance. There's like, colorless potion can be absolutely useless, or it can be like the best potion in the game. Just depends. It can give you Apotheosis and Hand of Greed. It's like super fire potion, or upgrade your entire deck, or it can also be like absolute trash. Very sad. I wish the low end of colorless cards wasn't quite as bad as it is. It's really, really bad. I'm probably playing Bias Cog here. I'm blocking for enough already? I mean, with self-repair, does it even matter? I probably should just play Bias Cog here. Not sure why I don't. If I'm not full blocking here, this was a mistake. Yeah, this was a mistake. Took 13? Yeah, past me was very afraid of playing Bias Cog there for some reason. Definitely stupid. I have Electro in my deck now, I have a Blizzard in my hand. Definitely no reason to be so afraid of that. Yep, that was a bad fight. Should be at full health, probably. It's considered a storm, to be sure. But storm is a bit awkward when you're putting it in play, playing all your powers. You may replace the frost orbs that you want. We're obviously very interested in tanking up here in typical Defect fashion. So, choosing to not take Storm here. Storm is kind of fun with the whole heat sinks and mummified hand type beat, but we're more about just play the good powers and win. Not like that's our whole thing, is playing a million powers. Not playing the cards because they're powers, we're playing them because they're good. Just happen to be powers. Very kindly not hitting us, and is intangible on the turn that we drew Echo Form. Sometimes it just works out like that. It's very nice. Electro with the Ritual Dagger kills. Full health against Nemesis. Nemesis confirmed easier fight than Darklings. And we got a bag of marbles, which will apply one vulnerable for us after the start of each combat to all enemies. It's considered a second barrage here. But nope. And get this event, it's pretty good. Dark Shackles is good. Really good against the multi-hit from Wokebird, if we feel threatened enough. It can also be used on the split turn against Wokebird in order to reduce his strength by 9 permanently. And excellent against the Heart's times 15 hit as well. And with the Runic Pyramid, you can play whenever you want. And now we're okay with taking a little bit of damage, if it means more comfortably putting all of our stuff in play, because we have self-repair and bird-faced urn to heal for any incidental damage. And looking to charge Ritual Dagger again. It's already lethal, can just double it. I forget about it though, it seems. That's fine. And consider skipping, but Compile Driver is actually there, which is decent card draw. Runic Dough. Wait, what? I meant to say Red Key. And here we go. We're against the Woke Bird, our arch nemesis. Found the Electrodynamics on turn 1. Paying off nicely here. Definitely happy to kill those birds. Really need to play this Echo Form, of course. That is non-negotiable. And considered defrag to block for a bit here, but want to double it as well. And so we can defrag and then Dark Shackles. So that Dark Shackles just blocked for 36. Actually blocked for 35 then. Pretty good. And then now we have 2 more turns till it will do the multi-attack again, giving us ample time to make more orb slot, make more focus, and out-block Awakened one here. And seek for the other Glacier and then double it next turn. Now we're getting hit for 96 if we leave it at this strength. Very conveniently, that's 90 block right there. If we make one more Frost Orb, it'll be 100. A very clean 100. So this was never too big of a problem, I think, for us. Just blocking for a bit too much. But of course, it is always a little bit scary going in. The first 2 turns are quite brutal. It can multi-hit you on turn 2, I believe. And that really sucks when that happens. So now I'm just trying to move this Dark Orb to the front. Make more Dark Orb. And I have a multicast in my hand. Multicast. Multicast finally doing something. I feel like it's been all run and it hasn't done anything. Probably should have just skipped that card award in hindsight, where I took multicast. Has it done anything relevant? I'm not sure. But it goes to show, like, sometimes you think a card looks good, sounds good, and then you just can't play it ever. Too many Frost Orbs here. Not enough Dark Orb. Just the 1 copy of Doom Gloom wasn't like quite cooking enough with it. No Plasma Orbs either involved. And now we're on the Donu Deca. Donu Deca a bit faster. And could actually cause us some trouble. Should not have played that aggregate. There's no way I was going to have enough stuff to play there. That's a mistake. That's an ugly turn. Interested in doubling the frag here. So I know that I have double self-repair and bird-faced turn. So I'm fully just whatever, take the damage, it's fine. Now it's getting a bit sus. Echo Form too far down. Still totally fine. We're never going to die, but a little bit sus. Echo Form still in there. Bottom draw. Play defrag. It's enough scaling. It's fine. And we take damage for the last time this fight. Just double the Glacier first. Even play Electro. But should actually save it for when it's doubled. I think I would probably double every power in hindsight. Although it might just be enough even without doing that. To heal to full health with Bird Face turn. And of course, like, you know, it's gonna get healed for enough going into Act 4 anyway. I'll be missing 1 or 2 health maybe. I'm probably too cautious with Biased Cog. I'm sure there's times where I could play it, but I'm not quite mathing it out, and you know, because obviously, like, if you're not 100% sure you can play Biased Cog and you're wrong, then you just lose because you played it. And I'm not interested in dying for no reason. But definitely should be the case that Biased Cog is playable more often than I'm playing it. So only 1 health short after all. And we'll heal that going into Act 4. To thump a deep pulsing dread. Only 46 minutes, a fast defect run for me, I would say. Biased Cogs get upgrade, White Noise get upgrade yet again. Full-headed, it seems. So I know if I can just play the 2 defrags, then I'll probably be good. So just upgrade the card to draw instead. I considered buying a Distilled Chaos, which would play the top 3 cards of our deck, but I choose to just card remove instead. And here we are against the Act 4 Elite. We are at the mercy of the game here. We are going to only draw 3 cards next turn, and they are going to be really important. Ooh, those cards suck. Ascender's Bane being one of the 3 cards is terrible. And here's an example of Colorless Potion being useless. Deep Breath is, boy, is that bad. I mean, that was the best result from that? Deep Breath? Wow. So take a cool 40. Ouch. And still no Echo Form. And also I got strength, focus minused by the shield there. So we're only looking for 1 per Frost Orb. Very luckily hit defrag there, but this could have actually been really bad. I actually multicast a Frost Orb. Block for a lot. And hopefully now we should be good. Double a defrag. Oh, I can kill that as well. Very nice. And so now we're trying to play as many powers as we can, including self-repair doubled. So double an Echo Form, double defend. Pass. Can play Shackles. And the Lightning Orbs might kill too fast, which will be a shame. But I have 3 stacks of Echo Form now. I can seek for something. Seek for Echo Form Capacitor, and then the second 2 are going to get wasted because my hand's full, so I just do whatever. And next turn I double Bias Cog and Capacitor, and then I get out. So only missing 7 health after all, which is not bad considering how disastrous that was. I'm checking my discard pile for any more powers I'm forgetting, but that's not possible because I have Pyramid, of course. And Whetstone finally to upgrade 2 random attacks. Not very exciting. And no card awards either. So into the Heart. Find a Seek plus on turn 1. Boy, is that good. Can get our Echo Form in play. And that's exactly why we bought that. Score none for whatever the other option was. Data Disk? Yeah. Data Disk has nothing here, unfortunately. It's not over yet, that's for sure. The heart is a very formidable foe here. Bias Cog, probably the best card here, but it's also not going to be playable for a little while, I think. So, double the defrag. Play a Glacier. Make some more energy. Play some defense. Could have considered waiting on the Electro, but I had the energy for it there. And this is like the most sus turn right here, I think. We did hit a cool header there, that's really nice, that's 10 more block. And then, ooh, hit a void. So we are blocking for enough, we're going pretty low here. Down to 16. Get rid of the slimes. And self-repair, it's not doing anything. It could heal us for 2 in theory. 2 more. But that would be pretty slow. This wound is a bit of a bummer. It's also a burn now. And really interested in doubling this capacitor. So I know that if I play this, because of Birdfacer and offsetting the Beat of Death, I won't ever die. I'll be at 1 health at worst here. Which 1 is really bad, of course, because it means if you haven't gotten any block from Frost Orbs yet that turn, you can't play any more cards ever. So you have to find some defend or something. But I do find the dual cast, so I play that just for a little bit more block. Down to 9 health, and getting hit by multi here, but found the Glacier finally. Can double it, so now we should be fine. And no Loop here. Loop is a key card against the hearts in order to gain block at the start of your turn so that you can play cards without taking damage to the Beat of Death. Without it, it's actually a little bit awkward. Right here, in fact, I would be able to barrage twice. But I can't because I'll be taking down to 5, and that'd be pretty awkward. So I just deal with it here. But notably, if you're interested in Loop, Loop is a pretty slow card and not that important, generally speaking, but it's really, really good against the heart if you can put a Frost Orb in front. Really good. And now we're taking 3 damage per Beat of Death hit, which I'm not quite sure I appreciate yet. I didn't expect to take damage there, so I started thinking a bit more. So yeah, I finally play Bias Cog. The fight's gonna end soon enough, that'll be fine. Once again, I double the Glacier. Barrage. And as long as I do enough damage this turn that I said it's below 200, I can multicast the next turn for the win. And I can just get there. So that's about done it. Can now just multicast. Yeah, we should be good. Could have double defend first to take no more damage either. We made it through only 53 minutes. And yeah, felt really good getting that win. Definitely a good deck. But I've had better and lost, so getting better. Not blundering away, taking the good cards, taking the cards that are good for the situation that I'm in. And even that late with that good of a deck, 111 healing from Birdfacer is quite a large number. So yeah, pretty good run, I gotta say. If you're still here, how haven't you subbed? How have you not liked the video? Thank you so much for watching, hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a beautiful day.